Now this ABC bank or XYZ bank needs a web server for their business applications to serve the purpose, to serve the services for the customers. Yes, they will purchase some web servers, and for the web servers they need some database servers to secure the data. They have to store the data. They have this, and they have need some file transfers. They have this FTP servers. They need the mail communications. They need SMTP servers. They need DNS for name resolutions, and along with that, they need firewalls. They need IPS systems. They need the proxies. They need antivirus. Roughly, if I talk about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Rough. In a rough way, I'm telling you, we have around 15 devices here, different types of devices. And every device we are having again more. Switches, we have around 3, 4 switches. And Windows machines, we have many, right? So an organization will not only have one DHCP server, not only have one firewall, not only have one IPS, not only have one antivirus, right? So they have many of the same device type. So 15 device types we have. Roughly talk about that, we have 100 devices, right? If you have 100 devices, what are these devices means? Either it may be network devices, network or security devices. So either it is network devices or security devices. Network, which forms the network, additionally which provides the security, is called securing the devices. I say that router is a network device, but a firewall is a network as well as security device, mostly because it restricts the traffic, it provides some security. Whatever it is, routers, networks and security devices, you have around 100 devices. What the SOC analyst has to do, SOC analyst has to monitor the activities that is taking place in all these devices. He has to monitor each and every device. He has to identify some suspicious activities. Guys, tell me one thing. If something is happening in front of you, means if you have the visibility of what is happening, then only you can make out what is happening, right? You should have the visibility of some area. In the area, if some activities are happening, then you can make out what exactly it is happening, what type of conversation or what type of activity is happening. Is that clear?
Yes.
Right. So usually in the court, there will be some evidences that are provided, like human evidences. If there any crime that takes place, if someone sees it, he goes as an evidence. In this case, he has seen the scene and he know that yes, he has done the crime, and he became an evidence. So I mean to say that you can only make out the things, what is happening, whether a good is happening or a bad is happening, or what type of activity is happening, only if you have the visibility. Now, for the SOC analyst, he need to have the visibility of all these devices, because this can you restrict, see guys, now this XYZ bank has some users to access this bank services. Only that users only can access this bank network, or hackers also can access this network.
Hackers can also access in case their
Because
network is not secure.
yes, good, because your router is connected, all the routers are interconnected. So you cannot say, with the help of an IP address, you cannot say um, he's a hacker or he's a normal user. You cannot say that. See, you have a website created for your institute. Everyone can access that particular website. Everyone, hacker can access, normal person can access. But how can you differentiate a hacker and a user? A normal user will go through the website and just get some information, whatever he needs. But hacker will access and will try to do some suspicious activities, some unusual activities. So with the activities that is taking place in the network only can identify the cyber attacks. So now the SOC analyst need to have an access for 100 devices. Now tell me guys, if you have been given an access to all these devices, if you have 10,000 machines in an organization, can you go to each and every machine and can log into the machine and you can check what the activity is happening? So for an example, I'll just tell, in the Windows machine, you have something called as an event viewer. In the event viewer, you have this Windows logs. In the Windows logs, you have different types of logs: application logs, security logs, setup logs, system logs. A Windows administrator can look into these events and can find out what are all the activities that you have taken place, that are taking place in the Windows machine. Just looking at this logs, and Windows administrator can make out what are all the activities that is taken place on the system, right? So can you go and check in all the machines like that?
Not possible.
Not
Not
possible.
possible.
Okay. Along with this, again, we have another machines, DHCP, we have domain control, we have switch, database servers, FTP servers. Maybe the attacker can get an access to a system, or maybe attacker is doing a suspicious activity in the database server. Maybe he's doing some getting an access to SMTP server. We don't know where the attack is, where the activity is taking place, where it is targeted towards. And along with this, we also have many other devices like email gateways, email security solutions. We have plenty, not one or two, right? So that means we don't know where the activities, where the attacker get an access. So for that reason, we need to have an access to all these devices. Okay. If you have given an access to all the 100 devices also, you cannot monitor those devices, because one day is your shift timings of 8 hours will not be sufficient to log into all these devices to look after the not only possible to log in, and how can you monitor again? So for that reason, the things are simplified. There, this SIM technology came into the picture. This is how this SIM has evolved. What you can do is, like, if you have 10K devices, not 100, 10K devices, simply SIM is saying, hey, just integrate whatever the devices that you have in your organization, man. Just integrate. If you have 100 machines, integrate. If you have 1,000 machines, integrate. If you have firewall, if you have routers, switches, antivirus, Active Directory, IDS, IPS, EDR, Linux machine, macOS, whatever you have, just integrate to me. I will take the logs from all these devices, so that a SOC analyst having an access to one simple platform. Just now, no need to log into all these devices. You just log into the SIM platform. You can enjoy, you can see all the events that are coming in. Now here again, there is a question. There is a difficulty. If 10K, if 10,000, I'm just taking as 100 only, 100 only. This is my favorite number. 100 devices are sending 100 events. Now this Windows also have shown some events. Each and every activity is an event. Firewall, whatever the activities that is taking place in the firewall are the events. Now 100 devices, okay, 100 devices, each device is sending 100 events. You almost see like 10,000. 100 devices, one device is sending 100 and it becomes 10,000 events. 10,000 events in a second I'm talking about. I'm talking with respect to the seconds. Now, 10,000 events you are receiving. Though you are looking the SIM platform, now you are not logging into all these devices. All these 100 devices are sending. Now this SIM is receiving 10,000 events per second. Now, for an analyst, for a humans, will that be possible to analyze this 10,000 events that are receiving in a second? Can he see with his eyes if 10,000 events are coming in?
No.
And he cannot see in the first place. Can he analyze those 10,000 events?
He can't.
No, right? So what it's doing means this SIM is designed with some rules, also use cases. So this SIM is developed with some use cases and some rules. I'll tell you what is meant here. There are some rules that are there are already defined rules whenever you purchase this device, and there are some custom rules where we create as per our requirement. The rules is simple: multiple login failures, or a person accessing a malicious websites, or if there is any process create that is taking place in a Windows machine, or if any suspicious phishing email has come in, or if any files are deleted, or if any files are created, or any email is sent to external email address, any USB is connected, any audit log is cleared, right? Any virus is detected in the system, any scanning activities is performing on an organization. So these are all the rules, sample rules. We have many, 3,000, not more than 3,000 SIM rules, but every organization doesn't use 3,000. It as per their requirement, as per the log sources that they're available, it does. So now this SIM is developed with some rules and use cases that actually helps in terms of triggering an alert. So ultimately, I'll make the things clear. Now, you are not creating or setting up any bank. You are not creating any dedicated SOC or shared services SOC. You are not implementing these tools. The SOC analyst is not, admin team will be there who will be involved in terms of implementing all these teams, these products, and this and if you have 10,000, if you have 100 devices, you are not going to integrate this 100 devices to the SIM. This is not an everyday activity. This is all one-time activity. If you have an XYZ bank, you go to the IBM, they give the QRadar, they'll come up, they install it, they integrate the devices. All one-time setup. The implementation is already done. If you got as an opportunity as a SOC analyst, you go in a place where it is already deployed and implemented. You just log into the SIM tools and you look for the alerts. Ultimately, you will be working on the alerts. You will be not creating the rules or use cases. Means I'm telling you the high level or the low level. Yes, there are some times, yes, you need to also integrate devices. There are some times where you need to create the rules or you need to fine tune the rules. There is much more things that needs to be done. But at a high level, everyone will not. I personally have 10 years of experience. I never got an opportunity to implement. I always got an opportunity to work in an environment which is already implemented. Just went there, got my credentials, log into the same tools, looked for these alerts. So now no need to look after this 10,000 events or something. Simply just monitor the SIM with the help of rules. It produces an alert, and ultimately the SOC analyst will be involved in terms of analyzing that alert. He will be just looking what happened, why it was happened, when it was happened, and how can I remediate? And how can I remediate? How can I prevent? How can I mitigate?